Hi, this is People, Places, Things, and in History. This is Carol Church Gardner coming with you with a brand new one. This one's all about Greek gods punishments and actually the cryptids that follows. Alright, and these are monsters. The number one is actually Medusa. Medusa with all them snakes in her hair. Okay, Medusa was actually one of Athena's priestess. That was one of the beautifulest priestess she ever had. But she had a vow of celibacy, which means she could not love another person like a man. So she had broke her vows when she had met Poseidon. Poseidon and her ends up having an affair. Athena finds out about it, so she turns her into this snake-like with snakes in her hair, and actually she has wings. This is the real Medusa. The one Medusa that we usually associate with her is not the real Medusa. Another thing is, she made sure that no man would gaze upon her beauty again, or even her horrible looking, because this girl could turn you into stone. Yes, she could actually turn you into full-blown stone, like whatever. Whatever way you're posed, that's the way you're going to die, guys, if you look at her. Another thing is, when she actually got beheaded, she actually had two sons, Kryptos, and it was actually Pegasus. This was actually her two kids she had when her blood trickled out. Okay, so this is all about Medusa. Our next runner-up is actually Cyclops. Cyclops is actually a one-eyed guy who's big and tall. We all know this because we watch a lot of movies. But the only thing we don't know about a Cyclops is actually they traded one eye in for seeing the future. They could even see their death. But another real true fact about these cryptids that they wrote about, that actually they were really angry and they had a lot of anger, so this made them always mess up. These Cyclopses was even known, they ate humans, they had sheep, they actually ate goats, sheep, and whatever. So these Cyclopses, you might have knew that, but these guys were big. Another thing is, these guys actually was made by Zeus's thunderbolts. This is how powerful Zeus was in the day, and not only did he make thunderbolts, but he actually, they would actually wreak havoc on humans. So when they made the Cyclopses, this is what made by the gods, and this is how the Cyclopses really were. Another one is Pegasus. Who else is but Medusa's son? Okay, so Pegasus is actually a white steed who has wings, and he was born from his mother's blood when her head got cut off. So apparently Medusa, but Pegasus is actually one of the creatures that's actually pure white, has wings. Guys, and you gotta watch him, because when he strikes the ground, he actually produces pools of actually life, like water. And not only does he produce water, he actually produces actual, parts of flowers and stuff like that. Not only is this guy being able to do that, but this guy was stuck here on Earth for a while until he learned how to fly really good. He flew all the way up, and he met Zeus and them. So Zeus was actually his owner. He actually would ride on this mythical creature. Also, when he ate actually citrus fruit, and his favorite things was apples. He could go from Earth to Mount Olympus. His father is Poseidon. So he's a half mortal, half god. Only when Athena turned her into the horrible monster, his mother, she couldn't have him. So when she did, her kids turned out to be monsters too, or gods. Alright, so this is why he doesn't look like the gods up on Mount Olympus. This one was a nice, gentle, sweet kid, and then he met the dark Baccarat. Well, Bacula ended up killing him. He had many eyes, and he sucked the blood up with his eyes from actually Pegasus. But the one thing is, this actually made him immortal. He put him up in the constellation so we can all enjoy Pegasus to today. The next one is Griffin, the one we're getting. Okay, so a griffin is actually half lion. The top half is actually an eagle, guys. So if you see this mythical creature, it's warm-blooded, and it actually, a dragon is cold-blooded. Another thing about a griffin is that you might not know, it can have every few years 1 to 4 actually eggs that it lays. And it's every so often, and they'll be there for 3 months until they hatch. This is what the griffin is. Mainly, its primary source of food is meat. So guys, when she has the babies, you want to watch out. Okay, so a griffin can only fly short distance, guys. So you don't really want to take these guys for too long of a ride. It was also said that Apollo actually rode them through the sky. So, actually, the sun god Apollo would actually be this creature's actual... Okay, a centaur. A centaur is a half man, half horse. All the way from your torso down would be a horse. From torso up would be a man. Okay, these guys were actually actually brave, and they were also known for being actually ones that when you would drink, they would actually, this is when you think you would see a centaur. Okay, so this is why they think it's from drinking, because they were actually wild men. Okay, another thing is, you don't know, but they have 2 hearts. The man part has a heart, the horse part has a heart. Okay, so actually, there's 2 hearts that they have. Not only do the centaurs have 2 hearts, guys, but let me tell you, they have very powerful, they can lift. They can lift up to 800 to 2 tons. And that's a full-grown centaur. Dicæus was actually the one who created the centaurs. Okay, and another thing you might not know about these centaurs, yes, they're centaurlesses. Yeah, they come later in Greek mythology. The girl centaur, half woman, half horse. Then another thing you guys might not know of. Chimeras. Actually, this is an actual snake tail, lion head, and the rest of it is a goat. And don't ask me how they came up with this one, but it's a humdinger, guys. And she was killed by Belphonsa. How he did it was he was actually Pegasus, Athena's help, and actually Poseidon. She's also a fire and breathing dragon. So what would her weakness be? Ice, guys. You can't get ice around her. She can't do her job. She actually was in Lasia. Another thing you might not know about this little monster is she was hungry all the time. She could ravage. She could eat immensely because she had 3 mouths to feed. She had actually the goat, the lion, and she had the snake. Actually, these were 3 hungry, ravishing people. A hippocampus. Okay, this is 2 actually creatures into one. This is actually like their type of seahorse. The top half is a horse, but the rest of it has a tail like a fish. Another thing is, Poseidon himself has 2 of these or whatever to usually get his chariot going under the sea. Another thing you might not know is the hippocampus, it usually eats anything under the sea, especially when it's small, because it's got to go through its snout. So that would be fish, small ones, shrimp, and actually algae. This is what he actually eats under the sea. So, okay, these guys also was all around where Greek was. So these guys were known throughout like quite a few lands. And they're only actually with Poseidon. I couldn't find out, guys. Sorry, I couldn't find out who created them, which god. That would be funny. Alright, so it must have been Poseidon. We just have to, guess. Alright, guys, so this is People, Places, Things, and in History. This is Carol Churchgarder going off today. Today is Friday. Hope you make a like. Make sure you share this because I love to see the sharing this. And make sure you hit a like because I want to see how far people would like this one so I can do more on it. And make sure you hit a comment because I'd love to hear your comments. Maybe you could figure out one for next week. Alright, see yous.